throw it. Now it's hooked into the centre. Met by Natio. Rioja heads it down. Gaya. Very set again. I've done a few times, Gaya, when he's in that cuddle to this one. Maybe he could turn face the defender of Valentin. So it's a player like that. A bit more base in. Not go. That's back. So slasted, so quick. Just very well. No. Rayo Vallecano. Chip together. Space. Okay. This is the ball. Almost in a Rayo Vallecano box to be able to. They should have crossed. Ends up giving away up. Corner. But I would feel like that Seer is going to take the resulting corner. Match it went up. True boy by Gordon over there, but until Rayo. That was going from set pieces, but both from points. So we did today come the epic one. In the gaming of hits you. Turn out then shoots. Left this for a line-up is one-up has always had some interesting ideas from set pieces. Come on. Those are short. It's the joke striking jokes wide its goal. And a hit away with contact from Gon Bao whilst the defender. I thought it's one of those best pretty well done, doing something different from free kicks. When he was one of the players who originated from the kick-off, punting the ball high up in the air. So there's a goalie stall. I helped Isabella Zonsmere. It's my yoga person who not being marked. Outside the box. Let's put that out to the route to goes into that traffic. You did put it out to doing there, just waiting for any touch. Double lips, put it out. Yeah, it's put out. It looks safe. Without a goal kick given. Snub look like one's off the line. Maybe listen. Niet nervous at all. In the right place, waiting for that ball. Looks like touching the crossbar became more difficult. Chapir. Sometimes the temptation must be just to throw yourself. Exactly all. Not jumping, wait for the ball to come to you, but the time enough to jump was right here. And that hit balls in, and it's not from Mayorga for a long spell there. With Valencia needs. That's a nice and defensive reinforcements with the departure of Christian Mosquera and the continued injury woes that looked at Diakavi. Italy is out today from injury. Doubt is from the average player Granolita. I mean, for his suffered against Real Madrid 2 seasons ago. To that, but I was very, Look at this, yeah. Took away by Valencia. Yeah, another action where they didn't. Yeah, those passes, but option to play house onto the right. Hamigera. So as from Orchim, turn to play to what Real made. That's move they know what's different. Though in the fact that Noki took care of everyone in this first half. As going towards the line. Not the greatest of deliveries, right? He just made a corner. So again, the first attack from Valencia. Starting on the right side, being pressure on the ball of Hamigera, finding the pass. Through the pressure of right away, get on here with a cross. Not the great cross, but I think it's positive in the way. But it should be, you should do more often. And you know, made a special in getting that position. So, yeah, like what it did, the ability just to find good passes. Well, that's really good. They're always having it at himself. And like sometimes made up with the corner. Sweet hand out, but there's a cross, but Monty had been hit by one of the Valencia players. Looks to be brought to low blow there. In heavily similar with Arturo. Done it. It's a big time, and hit the shoulder. He was sparching his way through. That's how he got a great outcome in the last season. Well, that's having that's on low and up fired on it previously. This guy, that's something a little different. So it's back heel. Work from Rioja into the centre, but it's won away by Rayo Vallecano. There's a huge gap between the Valencia players in the final third. Yeah, there are other players. Original Rayo Vallecano, let me ask you, start. Puts that across. That was a good idea for him with two players who were making the run. Again, I had held back whilst Ilgo Dur was making the more darting run to the back post, but Tyas made that save. And as I was saying, Ilgo was expecting him to go to the near post instead of the far post. Stuart Ilgo scored that from 1 to goal. Last time out, and his teammates were quick to joke around when he doesn't usually score those in training, just to be humble. We'll see when you have to can't do that every week. He will do that. One of the better marksmen for Valencia. He scored 5 times in 14 appearances this season. Not all of those have been in a starting role. Just 43% of games I've seen him in the starting lineup. Left him seated in another corner here. To Nelson, 6-yard ball to Dennis. Played short. It's a compound delivery, and there's Editor's goal. He's starting its way into there. This Monty with a goal. Again, it's a Bala got a touch on it, but could not keep it out. Valencia conceded again from a set piece. It's a rare corner score by Rayo Vallecano. Rare home goal that they've scored. Rayo Vallecano making 1-0 against Valencia on 36 minutes. Yeah, fantastic. Shadow is across, so he's the first Wales defending the corner. It's been great. So we just been the case for the previous corner kick, but I said over to defend with the chance here in the second one. Players outside the box not being marked. We had all bodies on the line we see here. It was well. It's played short. I just realized only one player. It's only real tough. You will see there also outside the box is up right. No way marking. Fantastic grab back on ball. That's not. Players are going to defend this box. I believe the player been put on to MatchDay. Okay, so it seems MatchDay game is so easily. MatchDay expecting a little bit, but it's before the cross were about to be sent there. Anyway, Dante did the solution. Dante is leaning slightly backwards, was able to cut that goal with his first LaLiga goal of the season. Comes at a good moment as we close in on half time of Valencia after mount to come back. Rayo Vallecano get off the mark. Just the third defender off the set piece, and it's another opportunity here. That one swings around. Mid-drop to sub the 6-yard box, and I love this, was challenging for it. And Luis Diaz taking a hit. Across a. Well, that's it, finding this to shooting. Should be said. Myślę, kompletnie no. Zbody position. Starting now. In the well. Yeah, ready to put his body in. I went high on the head. So that's the chest of Copet, and out see Humbala side, no one marking. To the right board in the to Salada. And I was able to 100% wave to get a breather. Pressing up on him almost outside of it. It's like English Unite into the ball. Everywhere. That's why you put so many players in Europe home players and make it more difficult for about people like Julian tactical should want you. But so many players are in front of you. And it's about urges everybody forward because he is then to take this morning free kick. It's past the halfway line. I try harder at that tight spot. They need to open things up a little bit more. Norton's going to cross in. Almeida has Kay out with it, but Kay has in much the same position. It's almost inevitable result. Blue 3 up to trying that cross in. Fence. Halley covers. Almost immediately. stolen back by Valencia. Ryota, Almeida. None of those forward players decided to make a run. They weren't really grappling with the defence. Oh, sorry. Two players in the box. Badolo and Neo Lopez. It's Fontons on the frost. Just born. Symptoms. That's another. Get that one. That's the cross. Buff up. That's the cross. The one that's avoid the near post. Then. Allow the team is to connect with that cross. Rodrigo Perez delighted, MatchDay delighted. Well, he's got a first LaLiga goal of the season. Just what I thought kind of needed. Fan goals are to come by here at Vallecas. So Palace season in the league. Another one to the tally down. Here comes a shot wide. Fortunately, through to us. Never done confident when he was pulling the trigger on that one. Yes, fantastic first touch and good turn on it, but instead, Sinners were dashing down on him, and it was trying to find a space to shoot with some time. Like this, sometimes just isn't the space. You maybe just have to hit it towards the legs of the defender, and just hoping I said so. I just see his head out to shoot. So it was, what are you thinking on that? Done this work, but I thought Sinners were doing. For a throw on the far side. Good Duro hasn't seen much in the way of opportunities. He's actually never scored against Rayo Vallecano. He's played against them on 8 occasions. So to break his duck against a team from Vallecas. It's only played against Rayo with Valencia. He spent 90 minutes on the bench for Fitzafi in the derby against them on Sapporo side. Team Jesus are the worst, joint worst goal records of teams he's playing against. So for that other face, James, no goals. Like he's telling us one more time in the Copa del Rey. On that by Kenya. It's yep, now about first yellow card show. Zostaban team running flooding to the Valencia captain. But compare thing. Pressure up where I go. And something Valencia to play back. The able to sign those. But from Valencia in front of the ball. Allowed to that by Santa he plays backwards. I was waiting on that touchline and I made it from one team similarly to us. Moment. If that they put to the inch, me what you had the time, you know, yeah. She pulled that process has been born. And first all the ways. See there, the form right away back we had the ball. So much space to fight. Oh yes. It's in there, shoots. It's a good pace. And it's a 2 on the foul. Just a bit more a moment. The ball gets to get, and he does need some space in front to run it into. Otherwise, but he's very limited in what he can do. We're going there. And this was Astius, maybe a yellow card with the annoying there. It wasn't. And he's given himself to out. To play a shot that's very poor from him. He's there, so wait with it. That must have hit his bag. There's too much of Pirlo in this game. Used to me, Certis. Timmons in the midfield, that it led more. We will see quite how much additional time is going to be played in the first half. And also the mobility from the front base. He used to be generous in the sense of people who made his mistakes or runs to move the center house and create something. More some doubt. And you know, they're there waiting for the versus Chacon. We did be static. make it easier for Rayo Vallecano defenders. Similar with made that with Javi Guerra. They match him, but will be stepping up in 3, but everything is good. Get space more on the ball. Bit and a bit more dynamic on the other position. And Alvaro Garcia bring the side does well. And Gibb was just thinking too far ahead of his team, and he was trying to back the other two different dots. We're into that 1 additional minutes at the end of the first half. Here comes from one for Valencia, making an equaliser before the break. See Diego Lopez was looking for something to right for it. Finally, the cavalry missed here. Then we see Felipe of the Rayo Vallecano goal. Great did he probably get up. The first one got the ball. Section there is touch mast. The midfielder by Gaya is Rioja. Rioja goes outside. He loves Fred Crops in. He stopples. He's not finished off. Oh, Diego Lopez has managed to get a strike, but it hit the descender. I'll get up. At least they're not made. He quest to bring one across. Well, just pulled the order at the end of the first half. There isn't time for the corner kick, by the looks of things. The referee says half time. There we go. Sends the two teams down the tunnel real quick. It's not one last move. They've got it in there. He doesn't help the tire. Where's Matthew? Cover what are you looking? What the head does? Diego Lopez unable to converse him for the better chance for Valencia. They trail Rayo Vallecano by 1 goal to 0 at half time. Still not happy about something. Needs to be tracked away from the referee. The players make their way down the tunnel. It's half time here at Vallecas. Rayo Vallecano 1. been made. Certainly Carlos Corberán had a team talk in which he'll emerge more urgency from his Valencia side. A little bit more daring as well. They go from left to right in the second half. Rayo Vallecano from right to left gets started on to at this game. In the upshot, Corberán has dog his players, and it should be a bit more dynamic, mostly especially visible, in order to generate chances to get with it. The ball when they want it quicker, not so much without the ball, which is in better, but not different than in the box. This way, all this push is just way off that. Trust and never across in. While those rare changes the way to Valencia strikers went near post, there goes to the back stick, which I fence out. Chukos is from real going to near post. Strikers go near far post. First cross, real up way to the back post. Strikers go to the near post. She then ball choking down like, okay, off we there. We'll get a great understanding where the ball's going next time. This right Vallecano substitutes might up and running. They've been warming up at half time. Might continue that warm up. It's an introduction on the hour. Commenced the games. Suddenly Valencia lucky pass out of the second half. All the top game, and they're up here. It's Sevilla and next Sunday. Want to still be an tricky game for them. So to go around again. Methods to be compact. Keep going deeper and deeper to the Rayo Vallecano. Get that 9 higher. Get them get out. See her not take inside by Hooky de Fructos. It's his bugs. That was time to make a stoppage. Ram into Belarus. Fielders the false 9 today is Abra Garcia. He tries to feed it to different. It's a little bit predictable from him. It's taken on by Kumbawa. The two resisted from Valencia. Isidro and Loud Rayo to get back on the ball. It helps a bit made. It's like it gets difference. The second ball, those challenges. I don't think Schullen talked about as the one, so it's Montino got a score and once again see how the strike his boys going back. But Anthony visits to him in the box. That's how what's in. I think it's time. And they're trying to get the sport made the same, but time it's not the best alternative time. Late stake. Send foot Mike Sutron. This what to happen to Martin Villain. And some of this one the tires. What a character who's now the player is on the pitch, whereas in his private life and the hub the pitch it's very different. That's antagonistic person. Or it does have an awful like somebody you want to be in a way or you need to be in a way. Or more spoken and able to check in and it'll be the opposite will be short the pitch. Normally when you're out the beach what you are saying, but sometimes with the difference which one or the other one. Then as here today you're at the efforts just over 11,200 number way sections players. Renovation work continues at Vallecas. There are some Valencianistas in the house though tonight. I'm heard there on the course. And his ball has slide there, so we offered on the challenge for that ball. Straight if I didn't see Jamie. I sounds us. Valencia substitutes. So Dan Chuma and us maybe out of goal scoring for them, but for something a little bit different. Certainly they need something new in attack. Valencia, as a change of tack or a change of personnel. Club run. Want to skip this another 15 minutes. It's Monty. So I left with Brad Semis. These lead flights and sides and court. So it's Yannick Crayon. Chrome footed. hesitant both. And down the left, Chavarri will choice of the cross there. He's from the corner. And yeah, have to react to get onto that. And let's to the board. It's the degrees of luck. And find it onto it. Meanwhile, his teammate is lining up his corner. Throw and run up. But Ryan Lopez has something in mind. There is that option to play to Albert Valencia. I think they're short. Where's on to the near post? You get no Valencia player defend them. They also have the most bodies on. Something down here, and he's doing the best defensive work. Was the referee, Mr. Fabian Alberto, on this. He was just about the closest to getting to that, but and was very slow to push out. First, that Rayo so to be stopping these Valencia moves before they even get started. They do it on. They're getting on the ball. Was low in Valencia, who down tune in those quick transitions. And if they got sipped up on the near side, it's been a taste for a couple of few else here we go. It hasn't been raining in Madrid. Over the weekend, it's been fairly dry, albeit slightly chilly. It's a bit for something. War to the head of the game. Sobbed away from Javijera. It's opportunity to open play up here through the middle. They come right on the attack. They're outnumbered, but there's so a bit of pace from Magassi. Always does wonders. His shot, though, is just wide of goal. He says the keeper got a touch of it. Which is bad. It's optimistic of him. No, great transition. Ran like 20 meters with no position. Who gets through the box, he goes out. Yes, by Eden. That's Valencia himself. Very straight team. And some there strikers in the sense. And I went over us to Alabama in this case. Tight down there is Diego Lopez. We're still to see our first yellow card. Was superb Chavarri with a bit of amateur dentistry. And she's Lopez won the face. He swung his arm back to try and shake off his fielder. This is the watching himself well goes astray on the left-hand side. I was being with you here. Back to be launched long by Antonio Sapala. Made a couple of saves. In the first half, there were a total 7 shots on goal and some Rayo Vallecano in the first period of play. To hitting the thank things. General Fine. Just a fight time to nature in the first half. A fan to the header. So you're doing it over the big goal, sir. And his son getting the cross in there, Almeida. Netterson. And the white third. A little bit of that tip. Just a little bit more movement on from the strikers when they're waiting for a cross there. Also, low bodies. So, obviously, when the ball gets more they chew real hard. We can see like now four players and someone inside the box are waiting for those courses. But before it was only 2, which caused some more mobility. More mind fun Correa. Set it around. Just it's haven't taken the throw-ins as well, just waiting high up the pitch and have reduces the options for Valencia. Shit, is there nobody in the bombs to cross in, so alright, well she for your foul, I don't know, man. Not that of course he's coming, but try to. Guess so movement. And yeah, goes backwards. The pressure from Perez. To Max. Nor to Shays back. And another cross comes in. It's a straight header. To go fair on the right. Sweet part that time around from Javijera. 10 minutes done in the second half. That seems chaos Corberanus. Maybe seen enough to do it. This in the case, sometimes that's to a coach will make obvious the ultimatum in the dressing room. I'll give you 10 minutes. Yeah. Here where it could be the case, yes. Good for money. They can salary subs. Usual, but obviously he's not happy with what he's seen and he needs to do something listen. He's made a useless and the obvious or not. Corberan is looking to Dan Juma. One that would wouldn't be and I'm coming out. This was into play could be in Maida. One of the winners, real foul. What do you want up there? On Hustler and Subs. And Charles Corberan in the press conference about his formations. Henry starts it with 2 ups up today. Almeida's certainly been part of second striker. Everyone will be Almeida, who's certainly drawn. Coming off, it's to be happy again by the loves that takes. Good. So this Almeida goes to there. And then Juma is sorry, coming comes inside, it goes on the left side or right side. So that's better. The start of the season, which he's playing great. He then dropped out of the first 11. But it was the plan to just work what happy get us game in the last few games to start. Unable to confront too much in tonight's contest. They are looking for that 1-2. So that's throwing again, and they're slightly slow in taking the throw-ins. They have weights, and that doesn't open up any options for the place of then Chuma. Now, they have balls about for the 4th time. Because Luis Gay has played the ball back into the Valencia half for a lack of better options. Tanega. Spies go here on the right, where it's a break into a sprint and it's just waits for a player on the overlap. It's given away, and there you center at the bar. And at the top at times. The run authority to Frutos. I go to store. I'm off the corner directly, but near enough this time that I have stored some course and Tim Tan, that's shocking to see such a set piece. Plunge and then a ball into the middle. It was just about hit him over this. The ball has been won back here. Well, Rayo Vallecano. Well, maybe a shot could be on there for the through toss. It just a little more push on the shoulder by Tanaka. That made him off his stride. Jimmer ended up on the net. They have coming inside. Maria, it's fast saying I don't know. It's sorry, simple decision for Ivan first half so far. Got bound. It's the Conti, but this left-footed strike is against Samala, who says it is near punched. This kite's balls that may have been left you from Valencia. Round of positions. We'll come to get back. Also, he does Rayo's when we call it fast. So it's 1 2 touches quickly. Now you need this. Also making the momentum to the space. So now that jump from Alice, saw a shot on him. It's still this corner kick. I know St. Adams the near post. Eman House another corner. Here's the ball hits Ingo Duro. And that's in the kind of white lifted. Gordon's look. It's very deal right American players. It's 241 coming to the set. They're showing him on. Again, 2-1 with the 2. And then outside the post move on. Some of the time. in on the drop, just about anywhere here inside the area. Teed up by Florian Lejeune. Take it outside as it comes up to the back line. It's fair for the taking. Rayo Vallecano with 2 players on the back stint are unable to finish. That's it cross avoiding the near post. Goalkeeper far post. Front Bennett. Maytox for Rayo Vallecano. That's away with 1. Makes the hour mark. You saw kind of 1, Valencia 0. Possible by this MatchDay in the first half. The difference between the two sides. It's an interesting one to say at least. That one's slammed into the stands by Ferran Perez. That's the first. The blue does enough to confuse the mending towards in the right place again. There's like that. It is Pat that knows you tick down for it. MatchDay was late to react. Coffee and space in front of him that he can now is going out to go towards him. That's I'm sure that one of the second way in the same line waiting for. Yes, I'm on biasing. That's that double. They might still the soul. As Lejeune, but that's to get in the way. Target. The big bite. Coppers it. Pigeon. Couple of players who absolutely mind that P's and Q's. For the next couple of weeks, there's LaLiga and of course Luis Daya just 1 yellow card away apiece from restated suspensions. Dangerous intercepted there. He tries to run through the middle off the ball. And there's a first time cross in from Yan. Rare early ball from him, so that's just a corner. Another left for Andrel that's its 8. So those Valencia fans went up close. Bow and touch tight on Pepe now. Chaparral is also rolling on to the play. He's marking. He's headed away from the near post. Right, yeah. Smith both is turned cleanly. Just the focus here. Line for the ball, it's hard, so Carl's pass. There's the football, but deflection helps the Knobs. Valencia get back on terms. Diego Lopez celebrates the goal. It's Rayo Vallecano 1, Valencia 1. Rayo failed to get the ball away. It's a little bit scrappy, but they all count to where back level, just past the hour mark. At Vallecas. Here was it out. He said he's scrappy, not League 2 years up ball again. That I got. Fighting the ball in. Just going to. No, so much power. Yes, trying to get that ball and we did the targets. Question is, does this here Taraka? So, there is a defense piece. Power thing. And then I think I hope he open it. Actually, it's meant to. It's to follow how it feels. Complaint for offside. These to the effect of on the attempt of tackle. And then in the as well, whoever those two players will be climbing the goal. Diego Lopez adds me well. I have to give it to you for the save and for be there to try to hit it with the rights. This just been looked at the sea. If compared to Estadi in front of the goalkeepers, a lot of teams have been interfering with play. Goal stands. It's one apiece. I see Lopez scores for the third time this season. Bit of help from some deflections off the defence. Oh, this one is tapped past the goalkeeper. Well, Guyana get it about it. Don't read it from the same name sheet. Pargy is offered up. It seems that the goal shootout will not result and then waiting. And that was a ball just into him. But he saved that, sorry, I guess. Sometimes you have to trust the goalkeeper. You're the one who's running towards him. I guess if you know, he's really right to show, didn't you? Not be happy with what he did. I guess that, having the advantage in the time, decided to keep it. But no, giving it to the goalkeeper and then he compromised him. Or even worse, even the best target goalkeeper not being that. You don't want to play it really hard towards the goalkeeper. They don't like that at all. There's an opportunity for Rayo Vallecano. Not how many players they managed to get forward. That flashes across the face of goal. Valencia across with 6 yard box. Again, he set off by to Salada. Each would have thought maybe called it beats Slibro and they've seen another off. Did that happen? Prefer to pick it up or away. We'll try to do it then to play back to the goalkeeper. Was mine and now it's long kidding from they get spun up. It's Almeida. Done shortly for those RayoVallecano substitutes. Been warming up to heavy the brawl side. And precariously poised. Trying to come to allow Valencia to pick up any momentum. Responded with above half chance. So they're out. And Rayo taking the throw. And took his time over it. And there's no great chase moves, but straight out by Diego Lopez. There's being Breast to come on. We'll see a double change shortly. Petrus Spino not being brought on each. Sadly not lacking pace and energy. To accept that new role though at Rayo Vallecano as almost some impacts up. It's based upon there is a free shot for the distance. For him, the Jelly's got that interesting way of shooting, especially from free. Yes, he gets it to Ruda. Sure, he's in for the front. Here is a animation compatibilities medida interfusion. Daí não compete. Porque eu sempre assim, restriction to Bataya. It's not directly in front of him either. He was in his line of sight and it was not obscuring. Bataya's nation, Bataya was convinced that was going further left. Yeah, Mickey Bendy and touched it. Bataya River truly patchy. So, Manop is one of the players who goes off. Alimao comes on. Espino is on as well and plays the front. Perez heavy quiet again, and from Perez was more than taking. He wanted to make an impact here. Just one with 12 minutes. It's been fairly anonymous. You know, or in the game you want. It's always difficult with emotionally when you play against your formations. Sometimes not the case today, but you try to know the roles were in the game done in the way the Rayo can have. I think it very small. Alamao has been brought on now that our like go with this experience in Spain with more the edited. It's pretty spell in Mexico. We continued to impress ancestors who are Polish. He's getting line maybe for a call up for Poland. Good John. Wait. It's no trouble. Argentinian striker. From Italy, loan until the end of the season. End of the film by Benjamin was begging to come back to Valencia. They would not stump up the flying. The Valencia fans they've noted that Barrenechea wanted to continue at Valencia. So we need more players like that, players who really want to be at the club. Like the Juve in the news summer. And that loan spell from Leicester put a nice season. Coming up to 2 minutes to go. Hadn't turned. Some just here one change from Valencia. Epsionic as well. And some others. I think every team has them in the press conference. There's always a question of Adel Grage. What am I? What's he going to be playing? This might be my brilliant matching in that. So, they're Jim Dinks and Corthair, and it's not just any free kick given, it's also a yellow card shown against the Portuguese. And the first one doesn't. Look at. But in a game which hasn't really been too tetchy between the two sides. There's been some jostling from corners and the like, but nothing too out of the ordinary. Okay, you have to do something to stop that husband there. She presented a free kick in an interesting position. Typically a bit more aggressive from free kicks. It's forced to be into the area. Monday make sure not to get involved, but see a bit in an offside position. Stand back to the yellow card and situation. And Tiger and Jaya can ill afford to pick up both these because GameNight had be up without them. Chomet doesn't seem to be known too much in part of the plans of Carlos Corporate. Diakabi is out injured. Jesus Vasquez is a natural replacement for Jaya if he were to be unable to play. But Taya. But his teammates to spread out. So he had to Duro right in front of him. Didn't fancy the angle. Chuma. Toe to the ball to keep it in play. Of course, talent was play away but not paid on there. Seems to have that boy intention to, comes across to the back post. Second as the ball was beaten. Then he was attacking the back. Save the closest turn was WeekendFootball, means a good 5 meters or so behind it. Get those changes. But the offense then to come on. And Ubo Durham is withdrawn. A little bit terrible. It's 9. What should they? The game he obviously wanted at this point, that one. Not getting the least by any chance. The game today, he didn't even get aligned with the crosses from the field. And put the ball in the first cross, used into the far post and vice versa. It shows them a couple of dangerous balls in. Doris, not mere payments. He wanted me, so run continues against Rayo Vallecano. Still to score against them in 9 games, and he is obviously frustrated. Frustrated, I'm saying. It's not being able to do in the office of it. It's got plenty of opinions on that, I'm sure. After the game, if he's asked, he will say that his performance wasn't up. Especially the very honest player in that regard. But he's frustrated for striking without the sort the general in the way the team is played. General have found many tests this year, which is corner. Especially as we mentioned, he's not been regular on the. He's tired and he knows every game he plays on is important for him to stay on the team. And today, he's not had any watch or deep target. Swipes. Claimed an installment, I think it is about that. Also, he knows news on it. It's not one of his fun that he's not, but even look what you mentioned today. That's Valencia was saying. Just a man change out time. Also, if you've been told by Cobra to make more runs to the near post, but he doesn't mean that much service after the initial cross from Mr. Elka. She already, but Beltran brings one into the middle, goes all the way across in front of out that Juma. Anyways, det står vid avsag. Måske bare tage en frisk movement. Like that, they have no tissue board. It's almost fleeing into the rhythm. Made just a done so from Emilio Lopez. So support the defender that has the ball. Any option to put the ball in on one. And also maybe the defense. Now with that Juma with motion coming on the box. I've ever seen that from Rodrigo off the money on the base. So that obviously you with Korea like making the Ross doesn't reach the price of the Bush of price where maybe at least sense to mate. That's like a slow. Quarter of an hour to go. That's come to set from Sheffield the back. Point what can be satisfied for Valencia. Trying to move serve it fair as the relegation so tight at the bottom of the table playing in Liga Sports. Rough and ready from Costello. Let's see what the hands there. This has to Van Chuban. Vienna ships in the back. Fly to release that Monday. Need to have ball. Valencia first bumps a yellow card. He is given. This is Beltrán trying to organise how they can play this quickly. There are the make two movements that we haven't seen in the give one in the 70th. Haven't seen any of those in those 70 early minutes. We don't know if football do the West Instead, Afroni seeks some doves, but he already which that changed in the dynamic of the tackles Valencia when a striker makes a movement. Espina was slightly out of position. He backpedaled quickly enough though to take that away from Potter. As dropped his to bow. So that's been behind his striker. To see the difference in the quickness and wisdom play the throw into the Rayo Vallecano. Straight away, I get the ball back in the play. Valencia tended to just do their when they've had that. Also, we see the bodies want to touch as fast, the ball travels fast. I was said football the one. So far, lies that open is a fantastic game about game, but still managed to score that goal. That had always given the important point. I take up to 14 for the season. Where I got look up to 70. And it's Copa del Rey action on Thursday for the respective sites. That's a hand and Avila that respect football and Swan Valencia. Vallecano. These hands on Thursday night. No, I didn't get it about it. Juma does well there, takes that on his chest. He's knocked it down. Epelo will find it with a heavy pass. Jula has to get around Florian Deschamps, who wants to make something happen. Everton lunges in a little bit desperately. It is brought away by the hosts. Another transition, difficult to start on the run. Won't be found by us, but he steps to find that against a try. What's that in boy? What's that? Would use everything in their power to stop each other. But he's touching the injury, says Beef. It's also with the hours as well. Sorry for touching these arms. And it's just a LiveMatch. Sorry, wasn't at the beginning until the ball they decided it was time to go down. So trap. Significant amount of touch. So he tries from outside the area with the show-ups. And Helen sweeps up. Try a major run, which then checks. Alchan is a relative newcomer to the side, but he's the one who's pointing to where he wants the ball to be passed. His previous action with he came to receive that ball. If he broke back with himself, he has the ball back. makes their own footwork. He finds their space, does touch a left. And then, of course, was a long distance shot, but by having that mobility and that movement, it's already generated so much. That's right, whereas Correa plays towards the near post. It's a scramble inside the 6-yard box. Valencia can't take it across the line. They win a corner. And yeah, but turns out to win it for Diego Lopez. His shirt's over there. If he does it, yeah, no. But then it turns out to be before Diego and both makes a quick recovery. So in the final 10 minutes, what's whatever's out on the stoppage time. Dante has gotten down. Physio is going to come on. Needs about to be introduced to Ivan Palayu. Maybe not. If Inigo Pestis has to Gemari Live for Mendy went on. So the script might just be changed on the fly. By a point to his thigh, the other options available to go on Luis Felipe. Becerra, Joshua, Cameo. Substitution is told for. It's going to be Luis Felipe's Brooks arm. As we say, suffered an injury earlier on in the season. It's been a slow reincorporation into the setup. Reb in the starts. He's returned to Spanish football. He's going to come on for a 9-minute cameo. It looks at Badu. He's good one brought on as well. You know, when you'll go for the wing, and just set the form. Put the Joyce Bissani the way they play and the way they need to win the home especially. See Monday's goal, bittersweet take for him. It has to be subbed off. He scored the pretty toll of the game. His first goal of the season. He comes off. It's like Mem Balio is generally forward, as is Luis Felipe. Different. That's the other player to his votes. Change with 8 minutes remaining. That's just going to add to the stoppage time. And fast taken by look at an interest corner that he's taken. There's an attacking foul there that might have been from Diego Lopez. And caution, you may share. But someone did. They said, still not twink. Did he like by that? 71 buck. You got thought, got the ball there, and look, just. It's a mayday, yeah. One done every upfield from Alms to Bataya. I mean, like, through one down the court. It's like if I kind of winning. These states, but then it's strategies. So I think it's quickly because Rayo can go on and win this. I mean, well, just in a second, go ahead and again kick it. Sims is unsuccessful because the flag's already up on the far side. So, rare offside call. It's a call for London. You know how into the years, it's a long way to war to go up on the far side. It can bring the stretch on for him. He's fast to go off for the nearest possible point. Something tough for 60 meters or so. Tell her to get her out. Tell her, see you don't know, like, which is on and the other is up, but that into the belt. Not late or what? We saw it at half time when the players go off, but he's behind that. Good eye to the left. Starting that middle of that useful, isn't it? Size is on halfway for a sit down. Monday might just stay there until full time. Just 6 minutes away. We'll get some ice. Part of the back quits. Rayo Vallecano will contrast and some pressure. The Rayo back like assists. Malbo one, a striker, I guess, gets that pace. And sets such as lift. Bit of the times of centre forward. I haven't been as most effective when called upon there, but improvisation taught by Inigo Perez. Is Daya. Daya on the left hand side. Feet header away from Pep Chavarria. Sprint out to Cofair with Sanchez never played for 90 minutes to Mayor. Well, a positive thing. But that is sprightly best. Valencia, see Valencia want to hurry things up to lock out. Let's caught it out and race out of his technical area. Tried to take momentum as well. Schranfan to shed for it. And perhaps the haste didn't take you far too long over the throw-ins. Fortunate to get that back, Valencia. They might have a chance here. There's Danjuma. Right side of shot goes wide off the left post from Arnaud Danjuma. Box shot from him. I'm seeing this war more than opposing states. Players going for glory. Shindier maybe to get past to Ademar. There's a right foot. His strike finds his way into the net, but it's the side betting from Andre Ratiel. Theo looking for Guerra on his both right sides. Mendoza. That's what so from this angle is did us about inch to minced enough to make the dog to his left. Jones sings jumps for Vallecano. Obviously, it was a long television having had the side betting. Well, that's the most important time I also come out. That's the most important is not the number of times that you guys now you make the most of them. And my sisters to me did that tonight. Being most effective continue come. We didn't get filled out it. Managed to pro this today. One shot on target, one goal. It's Lopez with a little bit of help from a double deflection. The strong Valencia back level. It's soon enough. We'll find out how much stoppage time is going to be added. Chapmia. Adio looks down the right. They might side kind of do have a wealth of options in their squad. It is on the wings with the fullbacks. Turned outside to catch your speedo. Well, the fling one over. Doesn't quite clear the Valencian defender. Cameo still waiting to come on. So, heroes of the Spain squad. Down the 21 minute loss to summer. Now there. There's some challenge from Beltran. Mending band Beltran since tell me on. His presence felt. I've been causing him to get a starting run. Tony up. Doesn't have the chance to go across the halfway line. And Juma pulls over to the left-hand side to shake for the ball. Wait there, so that's flicked over to go. I hasn't looked there. Its name is going to reach that. Oh, I'm just expecting, I think the pass was booked in then Juma. Juma stayed over on the left. They'll transport into the left channel of the area. Diego Lopez more central. And Voss come in. It's an extra touch taken by Gay. There's a delicate ball in. Nobody there in the second line to reach that after Diego Lopez had tried to hook it towards goal. Spino finds his time. And so the faults of time on the board. to put boy Julian up with Juba. Yep, the position shoot. But have been connected with the ball. And anyway, it's in time to cross in. So we're going to try and break, but now find out how much subfish time is that it. Fourth official will. It's a signal. It's going to be here. Substitutes. Never settlements. And Mayo is still waiting to come on. But dear plan for some waiting to be in for James. Pass. Vente. So. Oops, it's small back for Tingle. More piece of all. It was tops. Ball the way almost into the defense. Benjuma. This is tracked up the ball. To the right. Change from that. It's almost time to make him back. Four. Santa Maria and Danny Rapper. Well, come on. So, Pepeno. Now that Blaine Smith got for Valencia. It's because we gained the latest. Development. Side Thomas and Stina Pit. Right? Can't really think that. And who's doing that? Six. Rayo Vallecano. And Mayo coming on. It's 4 minutes of stoppage time. We're into the second of those. Intent to be in that remake. Garcia is withdrawn. Cameo is more of the centre forward than now. Garcia for one last roll with the dice for the home team here on match day 14. Lobster, sorry, check, it's not given. This Doltrad spreads that arm to the right hand side where Danjuma is dropped. Danjuma takes on the defender. He'll need to keep going. He'll get to the line. Danjuma, a bit more expansive though we've seen from Valencia in his closing stages. It's one of our set pieces. It's what why we're complaining about that Alimar have been pulled back. Some diligent football, some KR. No, this was a take that penalty out. No, they're on the second line to meet it. Met at the near post. But out of play, final minute and a half. No that additional time the referee sees fit to add on. Wow. For a moment, he seemed tempted by the longest range of shots. So it comes in and here's about a confident catch. But there was to he'd want to win. No one had simply to be cautious on. But in the ball. Kinsavada is that down the central channel. Doesn't find the teammate Beltran was closest to it. The fish just glanced is so watch. A few extra seconds on top of the added 4. That's what he felt like Cameo. It's going to be clutched by the keeper. That's one set to be shared. Yeah, by air justs. What delivery from Magidas about here is coast to coast. Entire well set out quickly. Why would be allowed and find opportunity. It's a snatch the win. For late possession, but from Olivis for me, big. James Wason. That's come Tonis. It's away. But of course, it's a vital intervention because our two players make you run this in. Corpete had to get down to meet it. Just thought there was a complaint that the corner kick wasn't given. This throw and it seems to be allowed, but not too much extra. Referee's had another glance at his watch. Espino, difficult angle. And a horrendous attempt at a clearance. Arthur appeals to penalty from Rayo Vallecano. Non sounding foul. Has a little bit too much top into the rest. My lungs. This is some. That's to the body. This is hit. This gives it also slightly. It looks way too clear. But the runs is to touch anyway with its substitutions. But that's it's a little bit more emphatic with saying no penalty. It's good to plug his whistle a couple of occasions in the mouth. Finally, he does so. It is a game over Vallecas. The points are shares between Rayo Vallecano and Valencia. The visitors had few efforts on target and they made one of them count. It's like did Diego Lopez go cancelling out the opener from the points share. More impressive performance from Rayo Vallecano. Valencia and to get the point from this contest it takes them a little bit further away from the drop zone at the end. MatchDay 14. Yeah, obviously looking at the performance. And the boys, they scored. Valencia will be the happier one, and then Rayo will feel like they deserve a bit of, which probably played again by the way they do, but football is about individual chances, and then on those they put it very difficult to Valencia defense. Many of those coaches said this is didn't manage to only score one goal, and Valencia without producing many chances. There was a goal not very clear, but it's still make the most of it. And of course, this point. First bit up for Valencia for Rayo Vallecano. Referee size will be in Copa del Rey action, and that in midweek on Thursday, and then they will play on match day 15. Valencia will be up against Sevilla. It's Espanyol to the RCD Stadium on a Sunday for Rayo Vallecano. Yeah. What? When you stream a match on a legal site, you're opening your life to anyone.